Всем привет, с вами Trime TV. Продолжаем поиск Рыжего и узнаем, что же здесь все-таки случилось. Так, тут выйти. Так, у нас там сытость. Так. Это вот эта дорога, да? Да, мы перепрыгиваем. Порвое все, ну. Нужно найти, что же он натворил и как он связан с этим. Знаем. Там опять походу велики, которые тут по лесам тёгают. Покуда избегаем их, потому что я еще не готов с ними сражаться. Блять, ну. И скинула меня. Шадина моя. Так. Где же его землянка? Тут какая-то тропинка. Так, мы здесь ходили. Она не отмечена, кстати. Ладно, проверим. Мы не весь лес здесь прочесали. Там еще тропинка. А, это мы дальше ушли, да? Блин. Нам надо весь этот лес прочесать. Где же его это? Землянка. Точка интереса. Вот что за точка интереса? Точильный круг. Точка интереса. Она представляет собой. Непонятно. Новая езда, так, новый навык. Хорошо, так. Ваш ал может нести больше, но двигаться будет не с умением ковая. Нести меньше груза не сочетается с умением. Скачет быстрее. Что сделать? Возьмем скаковую лошадь. Ну да. Скорость добавилась. Где же он прячется? Потому что это уже вымораживает. Не могу я его найти. Там я был. Туда. Между Тальбергом. Понимаю. Так, а это что? Так, лагерь. За лагерь. А вот, засранец. Отлично.
Jesus, you've led me a merry dance.
Ты заставил меня побегать.
I want to ask you a couple of questions. Why did you run off like that? Where are your cronies? And why did you kill that bandit?
What?
Right, one thing at a time.
Давай по очереди. Расскажи мне все, что произошло.
And don't leave anything out.
That's quite a long story.
Это длинный. Скажи сотнику, что ты узнал от Рыжего. Кого мне искать и где?
Just who they were and where they went.
I only recognized one of them. A fellow from Ujits with a limp. He lives in a house on the edge of the village, but he's in the tavern there whenever he has the coin.
What else do you know?
Nothing. That's all.
Ничего, это все? Почему ты сбежал?
Why did you run off in such a hurry?
Because I was afraid they'd come back and kill me.
Who?
Those bandits.
Те разбойники.
To get revenge on you for killing their mate.
Killing? Me? I never killed anyone. God is my witness.
Какой-то он мутный парнишка. Почему ты убил?
What? Bandit? I never killed anyone.
This is yours, isn't it? I pulled it from the belly of a dead bandit near the stud farm.
That is mine, but I didn't stab him. That fellow took it from me.
I've heard everything I need to hear, so I'll leave you be.
Wait! What about me? Won't you help me out?
Perhaps I could. What would you like?
I'd like to go back to the stud farm, but those cutthroats
Но
who
эти
want to
белые
kill me are
заверезы
still
от
around.
меня еще здесь.
you
Ты
help
поможешь мне?
I suppose I could. Do you know where I can find them?
I don't, but they must
Должны
be
где-то
lurking about somewhere.
поблизости.
Well, I'll have a look. But if I find them, then...
I understand.
Убить разбойников. Так, игра сохранена, в принципе. Можем мы разбойников сразу, да? Ага. Да в этой точке разбаши. Так, Рыжий, идти и расскажи сотнику убейте разбойников. Давайте тогда сейчас попробуем разбойников грохнуть. Ну, блин, не знаю. Механикой топоровой, как у меня это получится, посмотрим. Сюда надо покупать. Чтобы меня не засекли опять. И надо какие-то сумки сделать на лошадь. У меня постоянный перегруз, и я не могу залутать ничего толкового. Давай, 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 сделала. Должны какие-то сумки быть. Ага, это здесь уже. Это здесь должен быть. Я не думаю, что они в кустах сидят. Вот с несколькими врагами я, конечно, очень плохо дерусь. Не знаю, как это у меня получится. Но мы постараемся. Ага. А, вон и лагерь. Походу. Здорово, пацаны. Тихо. Ну да, это походу они и есть.
May I ask you a question?
Ask first, then I'll ask you something.
Really? Good then. We're looking for Ginger, a stable boy at a nearby stud farm. Have you seen him anywhere?
I was just about to ask you the same thing. I'm looking for him too.
Then it's a pity neither of us have found him yet.
Thank heavens I've found you though. I imagine you two might be able to tell me something about Neuhoff. Hmm?
I see. Well, we can give you a little demonstration of what happened there.
Gone weak in the knees, have you? Is that all you got?
Ну вот, они меня вдвоем просто лупят. Вот как, блин, как мне переключаться? Я вот, блин, не понимаю. Ой, бля. Я просто не понимаю. Как мне переключаться между... Сейчас надо в управление посмотреть, потому что, блин, прокал. Параметры, управление. Так, общий. Пропустить. Принять, использовать. Так. Передвижение, бой. Захват цели, особая атака, блокировка. Прервать атаку. И цель, дополнительная, основная. Особая. Следующий враг, предыдущий колесиком. Снять захват цели М3, сдаться G. Все, теперь я понял. На колесико. Сейчас мы по-другому немножко нападем. Я думаю попробовать с лука кого-нибудь попасть. Конечно, получится. Пробуем с лука. Так. Так, что у нас там? Стрела плохого, ранящая стрела, лучше турнирная. Нет, блин. Их две. Возьмем. Пробуем попасть. Ух, я ему в горло попал-то. Да ё-моё, вот как? Почему? Блять, вот не понимаю я этой механики. Чё, все? Он один был? Так. Темный сал. Так. Стрела. Черная, белый капюшон. Шкура кабана. Нифига себе. Стоит. Яблоки. Серебряное кольцо. Офигеть. Перчатки охотник. Нормально. Так, что там у тебя с мечом? Блин, вот куда меч делся? Так, надо мне что-то выкидывать. Так, вот это. О, блин, куда я его делал? Так, он его выкинул или что он с ним сделал? Какие она мне сейчас одет? Так, ну у меня 9. Так нет, штаны. Пятна. Так, вот перчаточки. Так, и надо выпить. Так. А блин, почему он сразу 2 съел? Блин, надо было с ним, наверное, говорить.
Greetings, my good man. May I ask you a question?
А, ну сейчас я с ним еще буду.
Then I'll ask you something.
Really? Good then.
I don't know anyone called that.
What a shame.
Truly, I haven't seen him.
Oh, definitely.
Нет, ну это по-любому он.
Is there something you need?
Что тебе нужно? Все, он не хочет говорить просто. Но я знаю, что это он. О, тише, тише. Какой. Да, боль. Отлично. Все, задача выполнена. Скажи Рыжему. Так, обобрать. А гроши. Гамбезик, вот как их чинить? Малый набор бронника. Вот, наверное, броня это, да? Пробивная стрела. Вестник. А ну-ка. Спи. Так, у меня 14. 8. Так. А, ну вот у меня вообще 5. О, блин, что ты пожрал? Я-то не то делал. Мне надо как-то этот гамбез починить. Где этот набор? Применить. Почему я не могу чинить? Столь сильно поломанную вещь починить. Пережал. Короче, надо отдохнуть. Так, и надо разобраться с перегрузом. Так, 30-ка, да? Сколько у нас? Тесак 33 атакует. А вот мечик у нас есть хороший. 43. Блин, почему я его раньше не надел? Тесачок кинуть. Они все... Так, нет, он 6. Выкинем. Так, все равно перегруз. Так, ну все. Остальное, я думаю, дадим так. И пойдем потом к Рыжему. Как-то так, да? Блин, ну боевка, конечно, да, доставляет удобство. Еще нечаянно и пережрал. Да, ну тогда как вдвоем сразу напали, вообще жестко было. Разрубили меня только в путь. Так, а это сундук, да? Так нету. Куда-то труп пропал. Так, мне надо какие-то сумки на лошадь. Блин, разобраться, как тут броню чинить. Да, блин. Это все печально. С броней у меня обстоит. Блин, переотменил. Почему? Нет, ну может потом, когда уже навыки прокачаются, он сильнее будет лупить уже. Но сейчас это все печально. По-моему, вообще стрелу в горло всадил. И он еще, блин, живой. Офигеть. Здорово, браток.
I bear good tidings.
Already?
Уже?
They're out of the way. I ran into them on my travels.
Really? That's great, but
What?
I'm afraid to go back to the farm. I ran away, and God knows what they'll think about it all.
Не
I don't know if they'll
разговариваться.
even want to talk to me.
Just try, and you'll see whether they drive you away or not. But if you explain it to them, they're sure to
Уверен, что
understand.
они тебя
I
поймут.
suppose you're right. Thank you for your help, and God bless you.
Теперь нам надо вернуться и рассказать, да? Туда. Сейчас по дороге никакой разбаш не напал. Будет сейчас решить, как что тут чинится. И как-то с сумками решить проблему. Надо на лошадь купить. Так, путник. Изучить. И путник. Ага, вот. Загадочник. Интересно.
That depends. A wager over what?
It's simple. I tell you a riddle.
Если решишь, я получу свою ставку вдвойне или нет, я оставлю гроши себе.
If you don't, I get to keep your coin.
5 монет.
That sounds good.
Принять.
Let's do it.
Now, listen carefully. In the feast hall on the table are 10 candles. Suddenly, a
Задувает.
gust of wind throws open the window and blows out 2 candles. A little later, another candle goes out. The servant, therefore, closes the hall window. Now
Только
the wind
свечи ему
cannot blow
придется
out
заново
anymore.
зажигать.
So how many candles can the servant find to relight the following morning in the hall?
7.
7.
No, my fine fellow. The correct answer is 3. While the wind blows out 3,
Ну,
7 burn
выгорели
down
за ночь.
completely overnight,
А,
so
ну
the next
ясно.
day
Я думал,
only
просто
3
те
can be
надо.
rekindled. Oh, don't you
Ай.
fret. Very few people can figure out my riddles. So, I thank you, and maybe meet again sometime.
Not if I see you first.
Be a bit more careful.
10 грошей дал, ну ладно, пофиг. Надо было 3 отвечать. Так.
Good day to you.
I talked to Ginger and found out what happened.
Out with it then.
Ginger fled because he recognized one of the raiders. He was afraid
Он
they'd come back to
боялся
silence
вернуться,
him.
чтобы
Well, he
заткнуть
was
ему
right.
рот.
They were asking about him. So who did he recognize?
He didn't know his name. Some fellow with a limp from Ujits.
All right. Since you've gone this far, you may as well ask around in Ujits.
Привет, привет.
There's enough to do here in these parts anyway. So Radzik will tell you about it. He said to send you to him if you haven't already been.
Тебя к нему. Так, ну-ка пройти обучение. Обучение топором древковым. Обучение на мечах.
Certainly.
Новичок. Слегка расширенное обучение. Уровень 5.
I'm interested in more advanced techniques.
Wouldn't you rather learn the basics first?
I'd like
Давай,
to practice the
новичок.
basics.
All right, but it'll cost you.
60. Давай, ладно.
Pay close attention.
Бой на мечах. Получен новый уровень. Отлично. Так и надо защиту, наверное. Пройти обучение.
Can you teach me how to defend myself better in combat?
Certainly.
I'd like to
Новичок.
practice the basics.
All right, but it'll cost you.
Блин,
Isn't
дофига
that
ты
quite a lot?
хочешь? Давай 55.
Agree?
That's not enough.
Да ладно. Давай 50.
Agreed. Now listen up.
Так, ты стал сильнее защиты. Так, так, так. Окей. Тут ничего. Вот ведение боя. Финс выполнил. Способность спешить противника. Так. Кровавое письмо. С большей вероятностью вы можете пустить кровь своему сопернику. Чем сильнее поврежден ваш меч, тем больше вероятность, что вы отравите, попав по нему, даже если на вашем клинке нет яда. Отравите шанс отравить врага увеличить половину, нифига. Пустить кровь своему сопернику. Я с поломанными хожу. Ладно, кровавая. Будем пускать кровь всем. Так, теперь. Что у нас там теперь? Доложить пану Рацику. А что, он здесь, что ли? А, нифига себе. Прям сюда приехал. Тюнька.
God bless you. What troubles you?
Я узнал, как еще можно найти...
My lord, I managed to find a clue to the whereabouts of the bandits.
Excellent. Bernard already told me what's been
Я
happening,
хотел
but
бы
I'd like to hear
услышать
it
из
straight from the
первых
horse's
уст.
mouth.
The whole story or just the gist of it, sir?
It's up to you what you consider important.
Well, in the end, I tracked down the stable
Конюха
boy who fled
сбежал,
in fear of
опасаясь
his
у него
life, and for good reason too. He
разбойника
put me on the
из...
trail of a crofter from Ujit with a limp.
And his name?
But the boy didn't know him by name,
Мальчик
only
не
by
знал, он
sight.
только видел его
But if I
несколько,
ask
но я
around, I'm
уверен,
sure
что
folk
местные
will know
должны
who
знать
limps and
человека.
keeps peculiar company. Villagers
В
like to
деревнях
gossip.
любят
But what if
сплетничать.
he's not there? He could have fled, maybe even to Kuttenberg.
If I
Кутный
don't find him
вор.
in Ujit, I'll ask around. Someone will know something about him.
All right. Better go to Ujits then. Find this
И
limp and
выбей из
foot and
него
get the
имена
names of the
других,
others
они
out
должны
of them.
перед...
They have to face justice for
То,
what
что
they
они
did.
сделали,
I
я
want to
хочу,
see them
чтобы их
hanged.
повесили.
Now bring him to me in Merhoyed and I'll decide on his fate.
Certainly, sir.
Конечно, пан. О, 75. Получен новый уровень живуч.
Why choose Mehoyed?
It's somewhat at the center of events, isn't it? And what's more, there's another
Кроме
stuff
того,
on there.
есть еще
So,
один.
do you think they're going to try the same thing again?
I shouldn't think so. Everyone will be on the alert now, but the secluded dwellings are more vulnerable. There are few people in them. They're scattered everywhere and we can't guard them all.
But the bandits won't find much silver in places like that.
There's always a groschen or two, some food and so on. Anyway, how much silver did they get from slaughtering those horses?
True. If they'd stolen them, they could have sold them. Those were fine animals.
Exactly. It's not about the silver.
Здесь что-то другое, а не деньги.
Creating fear. Such great terror that you won't even
Подняться на
squeak
них
when they
руку,
come to
когда они
cut your
придут, чтобы
throat.
перерезать.
Never mind raise your hand against them.
Страх.
Fear that will root you to the spot, staring like a rabbit entranced by a stoat, waiting for the death blow to fall, helpless to do anything about it.
I have some news about the investigation, sir.
Good. Tell me.
The trail leads to Ujits. I found out one of the bandits is from there, a fellow they call Limpy Lubos.
I see. What else?
That's all I found out so far, sir.
All right. Come back and report to me as soon as you learn anything new.
Понятно. Блин, мне надо в это узилище съездить и продать это барахло все. Блин, может, кольцо... Так, а тут нету торгаша никакого? Мне бы поторговать с кем. Там шадач. Оп, прям запрыгнул, ну нифига себе. То, так. Там вот по этой правой дорожке мы выйдем. Через лес, да? Так. Так, ближе. Да, вот по этой дороге. А, это там мельник будет, да? Или нет? Кольцо мельнику в кухельницу. Ага. Это отлично, это вор, там можно, наверное, отмычек будет. Да хорошо. И надо будет барахло продать. И как-то, блин, починить оружие потом. Надо у кузнеца урок. Потому что я вообще не слежу за своей амуницией, у меня все ломается. Так, какой-то чук. Не мешает. Ага, тут просто мельник, да? Ты, да?
Good day to you.
Мне сказали снести.
Miller Peshek from Ratai sent me with this ring for you.
A ring?
Here it is.
Useless fucking bauble. You must be Henry, right? Peshek told me about you.
What the... Why did you throw it away? Do you know how much trouble I had to get it? Peshek said it was important to you.
Like I said, it's a piece
Это
of junk.
безделица, это была
It was just
проверка.
a test to see if you've got
Путать
the
на
balls to
мельника.
work for the miller. It's a
Проверяем
custom of
юнцов,
ours,
давая им
testing
бессмысленные
fledglings of the
задания.
trade with a nice little wild goose chase. We need to see if you'll be hobbled by pointless principles, or if
Да,
you're
ты
willing
прошел
to use your
испытание,
head.
теперь у нас будет для тебя работа.
Congratulations. You passed the test, and now we'll have a few jobs for you.
What am I to
Продавать
do with these
краденое.
things I pilfer? No one will buy stolen goods from me.
Buying and selling stolen goods
Но
is a
если эти
crime.
вещи ценные, надо даже следить за тем, чтобы они были в порядке.
I can make sure they're properly cared for. Not that I'd buy them from you, but I could store them for you. And you'll get some coin for taking care of them before.
So if someone loses something and I happen to find it, I can bring it to you to store, and I'll get groschen for it.
That's the arrangement.
Do you need help with anything?
Помолчу.
Just in time. There is a certain matter I need resolving. I have some scores to settle with the commander of the Talmberg Guard, and I want to get my own back. You may have heard that Sir Robard of Talmberg is a stickler for having all his gear neat and tidy.
The commander of the guard? Sir Robard? I'm already confused. Just tell me what I need to do.
It's like this. I want you to break into the
украл несколько накидок с гербами.
Waffen rocks with the coat of arms on them.
Ah, and once Sir Robard finds some of his guardsmen's equipment is missing,
he'll see to the commander of the guard, who's the only
который отвечает за сохранность всего снаряжения, когда он его накажет, а я получу удовлетворение.
He'll have him whipped, and I'll get what I'm after. Satisfaction. Take at least 5 Waffen rocks to make it a proper.
Не менее 5 накидок. Можете рассчитывать.
what am I to do with the Waffen rocks once I have them?
I'll burn them to get rid of the evidence.
Их продать или утопить.
Sure you don't get caught.
Вор. Как продать краденое.
All right. Let's see what we can do about that.
Так. Чему ключи? Да? Карта сокровищ. Ого. И ведущая рука. 13, да? $270, блин, за отмычки. Давай поторгуемся, братан.
Can we do something about the price?
All right, so.
Is this enough?
That's not enough. All right, so.
Подойди.
I've got some goods here whose owners might miss them.
All right.
Так что. Что у меня тут еще есть? Сломан. Выкину. Антик, спасибо, привет. Сейчас поменяю. Не поменялось. Сменю сейчас. Так. Сейчас. Сменим. Так, вроде все. Так, шкура кабана, давай тебе еще продадим. Толфей. Нарвали, так. Хлеб уже испорчено. Так, украшенные. Вот это продадим. Так, чтобы тебе еще такое закинуть? Тесак может, но у меня просто меч нормальный. Серебряное кольцо 64. Так, выносите это, и надо будет снято и применено, да. Куча стрел непонятных. Так, латные колодки. Так, где у меня, наверное, уже, да? А нет, еще нормально. Ну, можно их продать. Продадим. Мятый. Так, ну, это тоже тогда продаем. С пищей, блин. Пищу купить, что ли? Так. Что он там еще? 45. А вещь. Учебник по отпиранию замбум, блин, вот это мне надо взять. Я думаю, так. Торговать.
Can we do something about the price?
Sure, why not?
Давай вот так.
Aye, for that amount I can be persuaded.
Умение читать было довольно редким, уж, конечно. Ага, надо еще обучиться чтению. Вот в чем фишка. А чтение у нас здесь, да? Нанести писарю. Отлично. Поехали. Надо будет еще купить. Пить еды надо будет. Путник. А где путник? Блин, нифига не вижу. Где путник? А, это опять тот же, да?
We've met before, haven't we?
Come to think, yes, we have.
So, you know how it goes.
5 грошей я
The bet is 5 groschen.
Здесь, если нет, твои гроши
and if
достанутся.
you guess right, you get double. If not, the groschen are mine.
Давайте еще раз сыграем. Принять ставку.
Let's do it.
Pay close attention. There was once a merchant who had a magic pouch. When the
Купец положил в
merchant put
него
one
монетки,
coin
на
in it
утро он
and
нашел в
waited
нем 2.
overnight, he found 2 coins in it the next day. So he waited until the following morning.
Что за в кошельке оказалось 4 монеты?
There were now 4 coins. And the morning after that, there were 8, and so on and so forth. After 60 days, the pouch was completely full. My question's this.
За вопрос, за сколько дней заполнился бы кошель, положив в него купец в первый день монету.
Put in 2 coins instead of 1 on the first day. No, no.
Так как
The
так-то?
correct answer's 59. It may seem that the pouch will fill in only half the time, but in fact you will save only the first day when the one coin multiplied to become 2. Oh, don't you fret. Very few people can figure out my riddles.
Опять я, короче, всрал. Десяточку. Да ладно, пофиг. Беда. Так вот, бакалейщик, где бакалей? Очень плохо. Так, здесь нам надо обучиться и найти кузнеца, потому что это не дело. Постоянно ломается все. Чтобы я как-то мог менять. Хрому. Что-то тут неладное. Что за сбор?
Move along, citizens. Move along. There's nothing to see here.
That's what you call nothing to see. I'd like to know what something to see looks like.
By the keys of St. Peter, this is all I need. We'll have to send word to Sir Hanush.
That might not be necessary.
Who are you?
I'm Henry of Skalitz, in the service of Hanush's Captain Bernard. I'm investigating the attack at Neuhof, and I think this could be related.
Well, I'm the bailiff of Auschwitz. And I say we don't want any of that kind of trouble around here. What makes you think this has anything to do with Neuhof?
One of the folk at the stud farm recognized someone from Auschwitz among the bandits.
We have no bandits or murderers around here.
Really? They say you had a limp?
Shit. Well, allow me to introduce you to Limpy Lubosh. Or all that's left of him.
То, что от него осталось? Офигеть. Ништяк.
Сакра.
Nothing's ever easy.
Не возражаете?
I'll have to take a look around and ask a few more questions, if that's all right with you.
You can take this mess off my hands and welcome to it. As for what else there is to find out,
Делай то, что надо.
But look and ask all you like.
Блин, офигенно его разложили на стенку. Распяли на стене.
Who was Limpy Lubosh?
A poor crofter and a scoundrel. Can't say I'm too surprised what happened.
Да еще и мерзавец.
He kept company with all sorts of vermin. He was always getting into some kind of trouble. Punch-ups in the tavern and what have you.
Раздолбай.
How come he limped?
He got that from some villainy or brawl a long time ago.
Do you happen to know where he was on the night of the Neuhof raid?
I've no idea. He kept his distance from other folk. So you never knew if he was away or holed up at home.
Did he have any kith or kin in the village?
None. A loner he was. I don't know the last time I saw him with anyone.
Has he been up to anything suspicious lately?
I don't know. The last few days he didn't go anywhere. He was home the whole time. But he always kept everyone in the village at arm's length.
When did you find the body? And did anyone see anything?
Just now. And nobody saw or heard anything. I don't know how they could gut him like that without someone hearing him scream.
Писец.
Good health to you.
I'd like to learn to read.
День.
At this time of day, are you right in the head? Come back tomorrow morning.
Завтра утром.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Of course. Ask away.
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
He was a drunk who was always looking for a fight. Nobody liked him much, but I wouldn't wish an end like that on any man.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Well, now I think of it, I hadn't seen him around for a while. No idea where he was skulking.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
Not a clue.
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with, relatives or friends?
He was a loner. He didn't even have any mates in the tavern.
That's all. Thank you. I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know how I can help.
Who was this Lubosh who...
You could see at first glance he was no...
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
There wasn't sight or sound of him for a long time. And then yesterday, he turned up at the church and even talked to the parish priest.
Do you know who Lubosh...
As far as I know, he had nobody at all.
Do you know what Lubosh... That's all.
Ясно. Говорил со священником, да? Есть тут крестьянин, Короче, надо. С священником переговорить. Тут еще какое-то задание. Так, временное жилье. Ленину. Так, надо мне где-то здесь кузнеца найти. Пец. Можно сделать, что... Так. Все до утра. Дождем до часа. Надо будет, чтобы писать и лом замков обучиться. Так, ну что, это писаря, да? Ой, блин. Так. Открыть. Где же ты, писарь? Писарь, писарь. Угу. Иди сюда. Учи меня читать. Потому что я купил себе книжку.
I've come to ask if you'd be willing to teach me to read.
Why, it would be my pleasure. Bear in mind, it won't be all that easy. You'll need plenty of time and a few groschen for my trouble.
Несколько групп. Мы можем приступать.
I don't want to waste time. We can get started. The sooner I master it, the better.
Very well. I will require some groschen from you, though, and set aside at least a couple of days so I can put you through your paces, if indeed time is of the essence.
Пару дней. 50 грош. Ну ладно.
Then we may as well start. He did break his vow, but better than to dishonor it here. May he follow his heart. Wake up, lad. It's time we were getting on. So, let's see you read a bit.
Новая задача почти.
There's a book here on the table. Try to read it.
Will I manage?
You ought to be able to. It's a simple text. Come back once you've worked your way through it.
Читать. Так. Я про чем?
Wonderful. So tell me, what have you learned?
Блин, надо было читать.
That being greedy doesn't pay.
Excellent. You're one of my most
Ты
talented
раскрыл
pupils.
реальное
You've
значение,
uncovered the
скрытое в
meaning
буквах.
hidden in the letters. Like I told you, books are valuable, and the words that you place in them ought to be no less so.
Does that mean that I can read then?
Yes, you have the foundation. Remember, my boy, the pen is mightier than the sword. To fully learn your way around words will take a lot more reading yet. Now we'll move on to the second lesson, which will be much harder. Many books are written in Latin, the language of erudite and religious men.
Не избежать изучения
If you really
латыни.
want to be able to read, there's no getting away from Latin. There's a book on the table with some text. Read it and then come back. You need not understand it, but you should master the letters.
I only just managed the fable about the goose, and now you're asking me to tackle Latin.
You're a clever lad. You'll manage.
I read the page.
So tell me, Distrupule, what's
Там
written there?
написано.
Nullus est liber tam malus.
Good heavens! Don't tell me you
Который
haven't had
брал
lessons
уроки
before.
великолепно.
Excellent. Well, there's nothing more I can teach you. Congratulations. You can go and be ordained right away.
Thank you, Domine. I'm feeling a lot wiser.
Чтение. Так, рок, навыки, чтение, потоки. По усталости голос нарастает в 2 раза медленнее, чем обычно. Вот это сделал. Читать. Так. К священнику. Дарится священник. Да, еще. Привет, бывало, привет. Так, вот и священник. Нифига себе боевой какой-то. И тише размахался.
The blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. I'm here in the... Can I ask you a few
Лишним
questions?
убийством.
It seems Sir Hanush is employing children as invest.
Did you know Lubosh? What was he like?
Что он
Bit
был
of a
за
lost
человек?
Simple, rough fellow, but at heart I don't think he was such a bad person.
А я еще не пробовал алхимию. Еще покуда не дошел. Я еще, блин, не могу добраться до кузнечника, чтобы, блин, научиться себе доспехи восстанавливать. Мне надо как-то доспехи восстанавливать.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing on the day Neuhof was raided?
Unfortunately, I do know. And I'd like to help you with your investigation.
Ну, не
but I
могу,
can't.
офигеть.
What?
I'm bound by certain vows that forbid me to tell you.
Vows more important than catching dangerous murderers?
There are laws of God above the laws of man, son. And one of those is the sanctity of the confessional.
Did you notice anything suspicious recently?
My child, all sorts of suspicious things have been going on recently. People like Lubosh don't know what to do about it, and sometimes they do stupid things.
That's really not a lot of help to me, Father.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Father, surely you can't be serious. There must be situations in which you can make an exception.
There are things that apply always, no matter
Это
what the
один из них.
circumstances, and this is one of them.
Короче, он мне, походу, ничего так и не скажет.
For heaven's sake, Father, can you really look me in the eye and tell me that when you know you may be condemning innocent people to death?
I can, because if I broke that vow, the consequences would be much worse than if I didn't. Maybe not immediately, but one day. The mills of God grind slowly.
Это ты про кузнеца, да? Найди Нойхоф. Там дорога в лес, чуть слышь.
Father, Lubosh was my only lead to the Neuhof raiders. Only he could tell me who was responsible for that massacre. If I don't find out who it was, it will probably happen again. Surely you wouldn't want that.
I wouldn't. But I can't betray the sanctity of the confessional. I'll tell you what. Give me some time and I'll try to think up some way of helping you. Suppose we talk it over in the evening. In the tavern. Over a cup of good wine. Maybe we'll come up with something.
All right. Thank you, Father.
Вечером в корчме. Так. Теперь... Так, ну... Так, надо мыться. Так, корчма. Так, вот здесь может быть, да? Надо мне кузнеца найти. Потому что это все печально с моей броней и оружием. И точильный этот камень. Потому что у меня все ломается. Так, тут что? Вот же кузнец, да? Нет? Так, блин. Там лагерь и клад. Нифига себе. Там, где облака начинаются на севере. Посмотрим. Ну вот, ну Итхов. А, вот там дорожка. Угу. Вот там начинается на севере, есть узкая дорога, там лагерь. Спасибо за наводку. Только, блин, у меня с сумками проблема вообще жесткая. Блин, еще один бакалейщик. Но надо зайти. Припасов прикупить. Торгов. Так. Пища. Надо, чтобы что-то не портил. Блин, не то нажал. Блин, а что у тебя нету? Еды нормальной нет. Ой. Фигню какую-то продает. Так. Так. Якорь. У пекаря, наверное, можно булок. Здорово, братан, дай мне хлеба.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Так, хлеб. Корзину. Тычки 2 давай. 4. Белку. 1 кусок. Энергия, сытость. Так. Пища. А вот как есть одну только. Потому что он... Все, одну съел. Помню, у меня сразу, блин, все яблоки мои лёл. Так, вечером. Так, до вечера я смогу почитать. Место для чтения. Так. Где там моя... Читать. На первый взгляд изучение искусства вскрытия замков является жизненно важной частью обучения. И это так и есть. Прогресс 100. Так, ну понятно. Надо будет ее продать потом кому-нибудь. Надо где-то еще сумки. Подскажи, где купить сумки. Так, это я изучил, да? Ну да, 100%. Где мне сумки на лошадь купить? Ну, чтобы я мог в лошадь ложить предметы, потому что, блин, это вообще жестко. Я постоянно перегруженный. О, нифига себе. Как я в лошадь вложу? Седло. Офигеть. Телесный доспех. Офигеть. А как я, блин, на лошадь ее положил? Прикольно. Угу. Значит, она без сумок, да? Можно уже ложить. Блин, я не знал. Сивка. Так, до вечера ждем. Ждем священника. Там, наверное, еще можно расширить эту сумку, да? Если покупаешь какие-то сумки типа на лошадь. Ну, это кофе есть продавец на примочке. Хорошо. Надо туда будет заглянуть. И еще подстрелом подскажи. Вот я когда стреляю, например, там потом типа поломанная стрела остается. Ее можно вообще как-то починить или нет? Так, где тут этот чел? А, он там уже сидит. Пинчик наворачивает. Ну отойди ты, куда ты прешься? Отойди. Да ё-моё, застрял в двери. Почему я зайти не могу? Что за бред? Бля, пипец. Офигеть. Че, серьезно? Закрыть. Открыть. О, офигеть. И тут такая же фигня. Ой, это игра поганая вообще. Отец. Ну да, главное, чтобы меня там не разрубили. И тебя, паренек. Садись. Сажусь. Ну что, рассказывай.
I'm sorry I can't tell you everything. But maybe we can work something out. But first I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
Ей скалится.
Oh, I'm sorry. What about your kin?
Они умерли.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Here, we'll drink to them. It must have been terrible.
It was terrible. It seemed so pointless.
Появились, начали
Had
резню.
no warning. They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle. My parents, my girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do. Then I fled to Talmberg with the Cumans on my heels. They almost killed me.
My poor child. May God grant them eternal rest. And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanish to send that old grouch, Bernard.
He did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to Ujits, so he sent me here to follow it up.
Как меняет
Well, congratulations. It's nice to see someone using their head to find things out instead of torture. We'll have to drink to that. Now the most important thing. What actually happened in Noel? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things.
Дин, я что к тебе на исповедь пришел? Давай мне говори, где они.
The rumors aren't exaggerated this time, unfortunately. The Neuhof stud farm was raided by bandits.
Не
But they
ограбить
didn't
пришли.
come to pillage or even take the horses.
Хотели лишь убивать.
They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarreled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful. Well then, here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
I've told you all about me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home. Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get down to business. So, about this confessional seal. Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once, you'll forever be tempted to do it again. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
I understand, but that means I've reached a dead end.
Упадут и
Those cutthroats will
их
strike again, and I
остановить.
can't stop them.
Chin up, lad. I might have a solution.
What?
If I tell you what Lubosh told me, I'd be betraying the confessional
Но
secret.
завтра утром я попробую.
But first thing tomorrow, I'll try
Ну,
something I think might help you.
Word of honor?
On my soul.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where on earth do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Well, Ujits isn't Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard. So what do you preach to your flock about?
It has to be something topical. Condemning, a tongue lashing about the two popes goes down, especially if they're about fornication.
Can you give me an...
Well, recently a priest by the name of... I hear he always has a full house.
Один путник рассказал,
Journeyman
что
who heard him told me what Hus is preaching, and I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my...
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church. The lamentable wealth in which the church is drowned. Just like a flock of hungry ravens, they settled on this. They know no mercy. Their hearts are... You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and... What if the devil himself were to pay? With such money gained from the poor, they... While Jesus Christ walked... Look to your consciences, you robber. Amen.
Зачитал.
It's Jan Hus, Karen.
Oh, the congregational...
I don't doubt it.
Let's drink to that.
Funny.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Who's preaching? I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles.
Напился, блин.
Here's the best of harvest.
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I've been more... it's getting quite late.
What do you suppose?
Выпьем, конечно же.
Ah, that sounds like a good...
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Получен новый уровень пьянства. Короче, набухался с этим священником.
To nie ustoi żadnej chlap. Na kraj padł dziesięć smutek, dniemno i rano utek. Niech już małżeński majstrat, do wczera żylne staje prach. Už sej moji svatý muži, nechtěl bych bejbě jich učit. Nám je to jedno a tak si dáme jedno a požerem si ubí jako poslední den. Buďme se vámi, ano ráda slávy a tak vypal sudy a a posaď se mi sem, tak posaď se sem a ty palje ven. Ukaž kozy jako vozy, zítra jen tu jsou nejdem, tak nalej mi hned, ať točí se svět. Ty dneska vůbec nikdo neví, zase zítra je živý a není to naposled.
Enough of this. Bailiff, come on over here, sit down and have a drink with us.
Don't vex me again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can write is me.
Enough! Men, throw them out.
You looking for a fight? Henry, back me up.
Бля, серьезно. Помоги Багуть. Речь. О-о-о. Нате с ноги еще, на. А, тихо, 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 тихо. Ой, повело меня, блядь. Блядь, тихо. На. Это он бухущий вообще в зюде. Все. Получен сила без оружия. Поднимись на колокольню, блядь. Что тут? Бля, что тут творится?
What will people say?
They can say what they like. What do I care? What do they do to me? Watch the step, my dears. Careful, you don't hurt yourself.
Так, сейчас походу будет сцена не совсем приличная.
Here we are. Look at this beauty.
We can't do this, can we?
Who says? Get ringing, wench.
This is wonderful.
Ah, bloody oath. And now, my dears, comes the climax of the evening.
Давай немножко так. И ним.
The priest has mounted up. What do you say, Henry? Shall we take a little ride of our own?
Да уж. Ёпта, как они его набухашили. Бля, пипец.
What the hell are you doing? Hey.
Пипец.
Well, I have to say that was a fine evening.
Вечер удался на славу. Жесткий священник. О, отходняк пошел.
Godwin, you beast! Get up! Do you hear me? Wake up, you drunkards!
Oh, fucking hell. Where the... Oh, what the... Oh, who the hell are you?
Ты кто такой?
Henry. My great friend, Henry. And we have a wonderful time.
Well, you certainly did, you old lecher. Now you better pull yourself together quick. You haven't much time. There's some water and something to eat on the table there, but if I were you, I would move my hairy arse before my flock eats me alive.
Oh, step on my head.
Так голова.
Oh my guts. Oh, my poor suffering stomach. Oh, what was that woman on about? Before my flock eats me alive. I've forgotten something. What have I forgotten?
Where the fuck am I?
What the fuck was it? Oh. Mass! Oh shit, I have to say mass. I gotta say mass. You have to help me.
How? You're the priest.
I can't do it in this state. Maybe the liturgy. But I have to give a sermon as well. Oh, this is a disaster. They're gonna excommunicate me. I'd like to help you, but you can. You can do the sermon for me.
What? So, first I investigate a murder no one wants investigated. Then I drunkenly keep the whole town up all night. And now you want me to preach at them from the pulpit? Do you want them to burn us at the stake?
No. No, I've got it. Suppose that Sir Ratzig's protege. You just came from studying in Prague. And you want to share the words of Master Jan Hus, who you recently heard preaching there. Henry, look. From what I remember, we might have overdone it a bit last night. And if the bailiff or someone else complains about me, the bishop's gonna have my guts for garters.
Ясно. Ну, пьянство новый уровень.
So all at once the confessional seal isn't so sacred?
Don't mock me. I won't give you a second chance.
Well, all right. But I can't make any promises about what'll happen.
No, neither can I.
What do you want me to do exactly?
I'll go and start the liturgy. Then I'll introduce you. You give the sermon I told you yesterday in the tavern, and that's that. No need to drag it out. If it turns out well, I'll tell you what I know about Lubos.
Christ almighty. Fine then. We have a deal.
Wonderful. Let's get to it then.
Так, ну хоть игра сохранил. Блин, его еще шатает. Так, что мне там надавало навыков? Общая сила. Офигеть. Так, сила. Могильщик. Перенос трупов нафиг не надо. Вы можете нести на 15 фунтов больше. Крепкая хватка не будет замедляться, даже если оружие отбито. Хряк. Вы можете отнять здоровье и выносливость, врезавшись в него во время спринта. Он наносимый урон увеличивается. Я, наверное, покуда мул здесь, чтобы быстрее, чтобы больше переносить. Так, пьянство. И мной пьяница. Пиво опьяняет вас на 50 слабее, так что вы сможете выпить больше. Однако вино вдвое сильнее и пьянит вас быстрее. Под влиянием ваши руки трясутся на Навык стрельбы из люка увеличивается на 2, но когда вы трезвируй... Не. Пивное сделаю. Прочитай исповедь. Ну мне за ним надо дать.
What the hell are you doing?
Пошли. Так. Меня только, блядь, шатает немного.
Never show up. The swill pump.
Look at him. He can hardly walk after his capers last night.
You were with them, you beast. Just you wait.
Look at him. Mother of God. Any minute now he'll throw up.
So I couldn't sleep a wink last night with all that clamor.
In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Accepit panem in sanctas at venerabiles a manus suas. Hoc facite in meam commemorationem. Brothers and sisters, you may have had the honor of meeting Henry from Skalitz, who is here at the behest of Sir Hanush to investigate that heinous crime at Neuhof. You might not know that Henry recently visited Prague, where, by the grace of God, was able to hear Master Jan Hus from the esteemed Charles University preaching. I've managed to persuade Henry to stand here today in my stead and tell us what he heard. Because, as you all probably know, Jan Hus is a very popular preacher in Prague. So, Henry, you may begin.
Кого из них раньше стоит? Значит, уверен.
Brothers and sisters, let me get straight to the point. I'd like to talk about the church and how corrupt it is.
That boy has a cheek.
Creation has given to every man the power by which he might rule the whole world. But that power does not give him the right to rule. That right belongs to God alone. It is the corruption of God's pastors here on earth that has brought misfortune on our heads. Plague, cumens, hunger, and chaos. The accursed wealth that the church is drowning in is poisoning almost the whole of Christendom. When dogs are fighting over a bone, take the bone and they will stop. Just like the flock of ravens that has descended on this land to peck up every speck of gold and silver. They show no mercy. Their hearts are poisoned by covetousness. They trade everything. Everything is for sale. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay, and you will have absolution. And the prelates sin and give themselves absolution.
For shame! Shame upon them!
Позорым.
And what sins? If someone takes a woman or man only to... Who can turn his face to God? Who fornicates and...
You don't know about already.
Уж нам ли не знать.
Enough about sin, which the prelates are so fond of preaching about. Look at them.
Права.
And that is not right, because...
Так.
Here are my words. A priest who fornicates and indulges in...
Yes, down with the hypocrites. Down with God.
That is all I heard in Prague.
Так. Ну и что? Успех или нет?
Have you no shame, you pair of buffoons? I'll be writing to the bishop of this. For shame.
Utterly blasphemous.
Can you believe such behaviour? For men of the cloth to get drunken pigs in church.
So, is our deal still on?
Are you pulling my fucking pizzle? I couldn't have done worse myself if I'd puked on the altar.
Well, I'm no preacher.
Yeah, I noticed. And I wasn't the only one.
You can't be serious. After all that?
All what? All you making a complete hash of my sermon? You were supposed to help, not get me into even more trouble. Now I'll have the bishop on my back, and all the villagers. Just leave, I need to pull myself together.
And what am I supposed to do?
Find someone else to help you.
Что он сказал? Пусть тебе поможет. Блин, не успел прочитать. Узнай, знает ли кто-нибудь про Хромого. Так что мне не помог? Офигеть. Я набухался с ним, блядь. Пипец. Ай, блядь. Вроде так. Хлеб. Бля, и с кем тут говорить? Кто мне, блин, поможет? Опьянение. Так скорость зависит от навыка пьянства. Так, что мне надо теперь? Узнай, знает ли кто-нибудь про Хромого. Бей вожака.
Hey, watch it. I'll remember you.
Вот сранец, блин. Так и не помог мне.
What is it about believer to make of it? One pope in Rome and another in Avignon. How many more popes?
Так, на таверну, короче. Такая-то челик. Корчмарь.
God be with you.
Is there anything suspicious going on in these parts?
Indeed there is. Around here? You should hear about what Vashek the groom has been up to at the stables. When the head groom told the lad... And that's not all. Just last night, Father Godwin was here, calling fire and...
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa.
I don't know nothing about it, but...
That man Lubosh who...
I didn't really know him.
Have you noticed anything suspicious?
Come to think of it, he was in church yesterday. I was wondering what he was up to.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhoff was raided?
I was coming from the tavern very late that night, and I caught a glimpse of someone entering the village. He looked like he was in a hurry. It was only a shadow against the sky.
Do you know anyone Lubosh...
Not with anyone from the village. He used to sit in the tavern next to us sometimes.
That's all.
Блин. С кем мне поговорить? Ага. Ты там Ражу. Едва мог после вчерашнего так. Багута отказался мне рассказывать это. Может, это знает, что... Нет. Как там что? Новое задание. Ой, блин, с этими заданиями. Купец.
God be with you.
Так, это тоже не знает. Так, может, это знает.
You live here?
Of course.
I mean here, in the presbytery.
Yeah, right here.
In the presbytery? With the parish priest?
Yes. What's the matter? Don't you like me?
Yes, of course I like you.
So why are you surprised Godwin likes me too?
I'm not. I mean, I see. I think.
Так, тут какое-то задание, блин. Неужели от него опять задание? Этого дебила. Говорить.
Father, didn't I see you outside practicing swordplay? I wouldn't have expected that from a man of the cloth.
With a stick. I practice.
Do you have any work that needs...
My dear lad, I have more worries than I can bear. I have to deal with a local witch.
С местной ведьмой.
The herb woman, old Gertrude. That devious hag who'll stoop to...
Oh, don't tell me. The cows are giving blood instead of milk, and babies are...
This is no laughing matter. Gertrude isn't evil.
Колдовству.
A little bird told...
You know how good people are at seeing the splinter in another's...
In other words, someone's been gossiping. And what's the problem?
As long as herb women stick to giving psychic to folk and bloated cows, assisting in... But this is sacrilege. and it's unsafe.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to go and see her and find out what she's been up to. I know she lives in fear of the Holy Church. If you learn that she truly did involve folk in some foolish...
I don't feel like sticking...
I'm the one who's sorry the souls of your brothers and sisters...
Бегать не могу во время. Якорь.
Jesus Christ be praised.
I've come in the name of Sah.
I don't know nothing about...
That man Lubo.
I didn't really know.
That's all. Thank you.
Делать. Кто узнать дорогу.
I've come in the name of Sahanish.
Ask all you want, lad.
Who was this Lubo?
Those that live by the sword die.
Have you noticed anything?
Everything about him was suspicious. I always gave him a while.
No. Do you know what Lubosh was?
How would I know?
Do you know who Lubosh used?
I don't know, since I don't go to alehouses.
That's all.
God bless.
Что тут? Интересно.
God be with you.
I've come in the name...
Sir Hanush gives a job like that.
That man Lubo.
He was a strange one. Always drinking, bad-tempered.
Have you noticed anything
I didn't see much of him lately. Not even in the tavern. Not till yesterday in church,
Костеле
it happens.
Костеле, но я...
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day?
I don't think he was home at all. Wait, are you saying he... Jesus!
Do you know anyone Lubosh?
I really don't know. As far as I know, he had no kid.
That's all. Thank you.
Так, туда. Там наверное, будет. Так что.
What's that?
What are you doing?
Hey, who's there?
What's going on out there?
Damn.
Тяня.
Is
В
something the
сторону.
matter? What is it?
Да все, ухожу, я ухожу. Какая-то вывеска есть. А, это мясник. О, блин, Башка болит или что? Похмелье. Нам собачий. Но пройдет, а также его можно исцелить. Паркаль. Блин, он стоит дофига. Вместе.
Good day to you. What do you need?
I've come in the name of Sir.
Of course, ask your...
That man knew.
He was a...
That's all. Thank you.
Hey!
Так. Здесь...
God be with you.
Так, а Любыша он тоже не знает.
Enough for a dozen men. You could take the place of that useless stable hand Vashek for a start.
What happened? Did he do something wrong?
Just found out that he lost our pie.
Lost it where? In his stomach?
No, pie was our fastest.
Oh. Well, that's bad news.
He fell, banged his head, and the horse bolted. Can you fathom it? A stable hand falling off a...
Well, I can't...
That would be nice of you. If there's anything you need to know, ask that fool.
Right.
Посмотрим. А, вот, игра сохранена, отлично. Фига себе тут. Отдельные сумки. Цены, конечно. Два и 7, нифига себе. Да, в общем, сохранилось. Мы продолжим позже. Еще не закончили с этим расследованием. Ладно, всем спасибо за просмотр. Увидимся позже. Пока-пока.